Hey guys, so I wanted to introduce to you the Slab cake project. So my class will also be doing this lesson. Um, Let me kind of go through and explain, first of all, what is a slab cake or a slab project? So what is a slab pot? So a slab pot is made from using flat pieces of clay. So if you take flat pieces, for example, squares or rectangles, and you put them together using the score and slip method, that's a slab. I don't know if you've ever heard this reference where people say, a slab of meat or like a slab of steak or something, or a slab of ribs, kind of a flat, thick piece. So you can kind of see here how they're scoring the edges and then putting them together using slip. Now, this is a red clay, which I've talked about this before, but different clay comes from different types of dirt. For example, when you go out to, if anyone's ever been to like the Grand Canyon, what color is all of the rock out there? It's more of like a red color, right? So our clay that we use here is more gray, but then once we fire it, it turns white. We could use this red clay, but we just prefer to use the white clay because it's easier for glazing when you're trying to use like a yellow, or certain colors will cover better on a white base. So there's a couple ways to get slabs. First way is a slab roller. So this is the slab roller that we have. If anybody wants to take a second and try to guess how much this slab roller is. I'll wait for a second. You can just shout something out. The slab roller was, I believe, $788. So it is very important to make sure that only the people that are trained to use the slab roller are using the slab roller. The other way, if you just need kind of a small coil or small slab, you can just use a rolling pin. So you're probably wondering, okay, let's get to the cake part. So I don't know if anyone has ever watched like Cake Boss or things like that. I don't know why I really like watching that kind of stuff, but you'll notice that they use these types of like cake decorating tips. Well, we can do that too. We will use these same cake decorating tips, but not frosting. We're going to use slip. So if we fill these containers with slip, we can actually pipe on a texture to our cake. So we'll talk a little bit more about the garnish, texture, and piping here in a second. Let's go ahead and look at a few examples. So this is somebody from my class a few years ago decorating her cake using slabs. So you can kind of tell how she's using that piping bag and she's adding some texture, which was one of our keywords here, texture. I think I have a closer up picture as well. Yep, there we go. So one of the requirements for this project is you must have a garnish. So a garnish is kind of like a decoration or like a topping almost. So the garnish on this pot is a strawberry. So you'll want to kind of think, what kind of cake do I want to make? And then what kind of garnish would correlate with that type of cake? Maybe it's shreds of chocolate. Maybe it's a raspberry. Maybe it's a lime for key lime pie. The options are endless. Here's another example that I thought was really good. This one is like a raspberry chocolate. I'm not sure if I have any pictures of these glazed yet, but if you can tell right here, it's like these little spirals. Has anyone ever used or like shredded chocolate before using like a peeler? You can use like a peeler to shred that chocolate. So one way that you can do this is basically you treat it just like the same texture. So you get the clay nice and leather hard, and then you use that peeler and you kind of peel it and it turns off into spirals. All right, let's go ahead and go on to the next example. All right, oh, I think I do have some examples. Here's the strawberry one. So this is this one, I believe. I think. She's got little sprinkles on there too. I just noticed that. Oh, maybe that's not that one. Okay, that's a different one. And then there's this one too. Here's the raspberry. Let me show you a few others. Let's kind of, oh, I didn't mean to do that arrow. How do I get rid of that? Oh, it just went away. Okay, let's see. So you can choose any kind of flavor that you want. Look at this one, it's Oreo. So they actually took a real Oreo, used it like a stamp into a piece of clay. So they like stamped it into the clay so that way they had that Oreo texture and then cut out the circle to make it look realistic. So your cake can be realistic. It can also be fictional. I don't know if you can see, whoops. Can you see this hot dog one? So they actually made like a hot dog on top of the cake. There's also like, I don't know if I can get that back to where it should be. It won't let me go back. Anyways, okay, I might have to move that. So there's that one. Okay, oh, darn it. I'm gonna have to pause this. Okay, sorry about that. So basically what you guys are going to do is you are going to look through, here's like a pie one, some of these examples. You also want to go to Google and like just go to Google Images. Unfortunately, Pinterest is blocked here at the school, but if you're home and bored and you get on Pinterest, search like clay cakes or ceramic cakes. They have some amazing examples on there. This is like a chocolate dipped strawberry one, which is pretty cool. We also have like some of the roses. One second. This one, the roses, it's really cool. I love how they made that. I can also show you guys how to do that. And then they marbled the glaze. It's a really similar technique. Here's a carrot cake, the little carrot on top. I'm not a fan of this glaze that they use. It kind of looks like mold to me, but still kind of cool because it's like a dollop of whipped cream. This one's neat. I love the texture that they put in the cake, along with making the frosting looking kind of like wavy. So, what do you need to do today? Please go and search ceramic slab cakes, either Google, Pinterest, whatever you have, and you are going to get some ideas. Now, you don't also have to only look up ceramic cakes. You can look up like real legit looking slices of cake so you can get an idea of what you might want to do. And then you are going to draw a sketch, and then you can color it in of a cake that you want to excuse me. So, this one talks about what pieces are needed to make this slab pot. So I don't know if I can draw on this thing. Can I? Let's see. Oh, can I draw? All right, so you basically need 2 rectangles, 1 square, and then you need a triangle. So, or 2 triangles, 2 rectangles, and a square. So you have the top of the cake, the bottom of the cake, the side of the cake. So triangle, triangle, rectangle, rectangle, and then a square. So just wanted you to be aware of what pieces you're going to use. So today, just work on searching ideas, save the photos to your laptop, and then draw and color a sketch if you get time. Let me know if you have any questions.